Tsheola Modiba is a remarkably talented 16-year-old pop rock singer-songwriter, and her music spans a range of pop styles, including ballads, pop rock, and even influences of country. It really reflects her diverse artistic influences and experiences at large. So she draws inspiration from the likes of Emile Sundae, Beyoncé, Adele, Amanda Black, and Taylor Swift, just to name a few. So this morning she joins us here to chat a little bit more about her journey and on her craft to date. Tsheola, good morning. Thanks for your time on the SABC at this hour.
Thank you so much for having me.
16 years old, you have over 100 songs. I think I'm very curious about this journey now. If people don't know who you are, talk to us about this journey of music, the power that it's had in your life.
Yeah, I mean, I've always just been so obsessed with music, and I think that's because of my parents. Like, they were always just playing music in the car, and at home we'd watch like DVDs of people on tour, and I've always just loved like writing. And so when I thought of like writing a song, it was like, oh my gosh, yeah, this is perfect. I love music, I love writing, let me write a song. And I just like absolutely fell in love with it, and I started writing songs when I was like 9, and now it's like so many years later and I'm still like completely obsessed.
I like how you said DVDs.
Yeah.
You're still connected to our generation's way of getting music.
Yeah.
What would have then influenced your style? How would you describe that? Even the messaging that comes through.
I feel like rock music for me has just been so influential because I feel like it's so poetically blunt. Like, I listen to rock music from the 70s, like Patti Smith, and I'm like, wow. Like, she said it like just up front, it was so blunt, but she did it in such a beautiful and poetic way. And I love metaphors, I love English, so I love like using that metaphor, but then also just like saying what you have to say. Like, I feel like music at its core is just like saying what you need to say and not necessarily needing a response. Like, it's kind of like a conversation, but you're just talking and you're just expressing how you feel, and you don't need somebody to tell you, you know, their opinion of what you're saying. You're kind of just putting it out there. And so I think like just that genre has been so important for me because I love, you know, just saying how I feel. Yeah.
Our feelings are varied, and so obviously through life, different experiences come through and shape us. To date, what would you say has been some of those influences for you in terms of how you're feeling and then what's coming through in your music? But also, you're fusing different instruments as well. I mean, you're fundi and piano, guitar. You've been doing this from a really early age.
Yeah, I mean, I think like I am a very impressionable person, so like people like Taylor Swift, I think, is so influential to me because I think she's so renowned for her amazing lyricism. And then Beyoncé, she's just such a powerhouse. Like, I've seen her perform live. I was so lucky to see both of them perform live, actually. And just being able to get exposed to those types of experiences is really important for me because obviously, like, I sing is what I do. I'm obsessed with music. And so being, like, exposed to that is so great for me because I draw so much inspiration from people who are obviously so great and know what they're doing and have been here for so long. So yeah.
They paved the way and now you're taking over. South Africa's music scene is ready for you. So talk to us about your offering. Is an album in the works? Do you have an EP out? What's on the horizon?
Yeah, so the song that I am going to be performing today is actually a song that I'm thinking of releasing as a single, which is really exciting. I have like so many songs, and I think there's always just been a lot of opportunities to release, but no time ever felt really right. But now I feel like I'm so sure in myself and my songwriting abilities, and I kind of know the genre that I'm into and what I have to offer. So yeah.
Wow, that certainty is going to take you a long way. I just wonder in terms of the challenges as well that would have come about. You're in school still.
Yeah.
You're balancing a lot of things. Now you're going to be releasing an album. So talk to us about the reality of that for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's very difficult because school, I think, is so important.
Yeah.
Education is really a privilege, but it can be so overwhelming when you like have a trig test to do, and then you're also thinking about like, you know, your songwriting, and like I did a bit of theater, so like I would like work like full like 6-hour days every single day, like at the theater performing, and that can be a lot on one tiny person.
Yeah.
It can be a lot, but at the end of the day, like, you make enough time for the things that you love. So no matter how many things are coming at you or what you're dealing with, like, if you love it that much, you'll put time aside and you will do what you got to do.
It's a 10,000-hour rule, right? It's the discipline that comes in as well. It's Heritage Month. You're part of our music scene. You're obviously telling your own story and adding to that rich archive for South Africa. What does heritage mean for you? What does it mean to be South African for you?
You know, like I think this year, like I've never felt more proud to be a South African than this year. Just because, you know, like I just feel like I think South Africa just has such a rich culture, and there's so many people, there's so much diversity. I mean, we're like the Rainbow Nation, and I feel like it's honestly just such a beautiful country. I mean, I think every country has their own issues, but when I look at like the beautiful sides of South Africa, I honestly just feel so proud to be a South African, and I feel so lucky that, you know, we have people like Tyler, for example, who are like, you know, doing their thing, and they're South African and are putting it out on display. I think like being South African is like super cool, and I'm super proud to be South African.
It's definitely, it's in our DNA.
Yeah.
I wonder, just before you perform, Miss Me is what you're going to be performing.
Yeah.
How do we contact you, follow your story, perhaps also as we await your release?
Well, you can like follow me on TikTok and on Instagram. My handle is like Tsheola.Modiba. So that's Tsheola.Modiba. You can follow me there.
Thank you for joining us bright and early and for sharing your story. It's not goodbye. I know you're performing in just a moment. So fingers crossed, wishing you all the best of luck. Tsheola Modiba continuing to pursue her music passion with unwavering dedication, joining us bright and early this morning.